It's FA Cup final weekend and a full slate of Premier League matches. This is that strange weekend at the very end of the season now that the FA Cup has moved to before the end of the season, where we get everything all at once, all in one weekend, much to the chagrin of Chelsea and Manchester City supporters everywhere. This is Red Card Radio's preview of round 37 in the Premier League and the FA Cup final. My name is James. I support Arsenal. Up top is Brad. He supports Chelsea. Down below, Sean supports Tottenham. And still with us this week is Joel. He supports the Three Lions. And not Newcastle, because we've given up on Newcastle this season, right?
It's coming home, boys. It's coming home this year. That's all we need to talk about now.
We just need Newcastle to roll over this weekend, and it'll be great.
Hey, if there's ever a game week I want Newcastle to lose, it's this week.
It's this one. Yep.
Yes. Where are the children? They need to play.
Where are the Oh, okay. I was like, what are we doing with children?
Yeah, that's a little inappropriate, Brad.
You know what the FA Cup? You know.
I think U13. That'd be really cool to play them out this weekend.
He's doubling down.
Do you know what FA Cup?
Right, you're sounding a little weird right now.
You know what FA Cup stands for?
You're making this weird.
Friends, Associates Cup.
Freaking Butthole Cup. I just replaced the words with words that I can't say on this podcast. Yeah.
Okay.
That's their cup. They're playing in that cup over there. And then we've got real games to play that really matter.
Yes. There are a number
Your game comes on Tuesday after we lift the trophy. We're gonna be so happy. We're gonna destroy you.
Hopefully you do win and you spent a night and what's the you said, Joel, you said the Vegas of England is what, Blackpool?
Blackpool, the complete opposite end of the country to London.
You guys, just spend all the days in between the cup and our game.
2 days.
Just spend it all up there in Blackpool, just getting crazy, hitting the casinos. Yeah, go up there. Take the weekend.
I mean, then we'll still kick your butt on Tuesday.
Should we start with the FA Cup to get it out of the way? City and Chelsea on Saturday from the Wembley Stadium. What colors are you? Because you guys are both wear blue. Are they separate enough blue colors where they could wear sky blue and you could wear dark blue? Or
I don't know. I haven't looked.
I think so.
I think so too.
I think so.
Probably.
Because I think City's home kit has white shorts as well.
I saw. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I have a funny anecdote of the Leeds friend I reference every once in a while. But he was saying that Leeds haven't been able to wear their home kit, which is white, because so many other teams have an away kit that is white. So they've worn their black kits very frequently because they haven't been able to play, or they've had to wear their black kits on the road or something along those lines, where they don't wear their white kits a lot because of teams. Like Tottenham, for example, their home is white. So
I'm fairly certain that that you have to have some sort of uniform combination that doesn't clash with anyone else's home kit.
I don't remember his exact terms, but essentially they couldn't wear their white as much as he would have liked them to because of jersey class.
Does he mean when they're on the road? Like when they're at home, they get to wear white.
Or maybe it's vice versa. I don't. But he was just lamenting that Leeds have been stuck in that black jersey for quite a while.
It's probably only when they're on the road. Well, the Premier League is really serious about short color, is that your shorts cannot be the same color. So Leeds kit being all white, like they can't wear that at Arsenal because Arsenal have white shorts. They can't wear
Maybe
it.
That's what changes it. Yeah,
they can't wear it. Can't wear it at United. Can't wear it at City. I think City's home shorts are white this year, if I'm not mistaken.
Because Leeds are white and white. Yeah, so then maybe that's what changes it. It forces them to change their kit.
You couldn't wear it at Spurs because Spurs wear a white top. Yeah, so maybe that's what
it's the same with like Fulham are white on top, black shorts, but they couldn't wear white.
I think also they care about sock color as well. So sometimes Arsenal have to make weird sock like selections where like they would normally wear blue socks or something like that, and they had to wear silver socks for a couple games while they were away because socks were clashing. There's some very strange, very strange jersey rules, uniform rules.
Yeah, but getting back on topic, but City are sky blue and white bottom, and Chelsea are blue and blue. So
dark blue.
you could just wear your own kits and be fine.
I think so. Chelsea, the official thing says it will be decided closer, but that was in April, and I haven't seen an update, and it's not on the Premier League website, which is weird, but like whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care what kits we're winning. Whoever kits we're winning is the one that's gonna be lifting the trophies. Like we're winning the game. There was a City fan that tweeted out the worst position to be in is playing City is playing Chelsea as the underdog in a final. And so maybe we can bring our tradition one more time, bring back the old Chelsea vigor, and be the underdog and win everything. Sounds like a great thing to me.
You think that's what's going to happen?
Yes.
What's your very quickly? What's your 11 you want to see out there?
I'm okay.
Echek, Ivanovic, Perry.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the 11 we ran out against Liverpool.
Yeah. Okay.
I am
All right,
quite
so just
okay with
run
that.
it back. I'm
We still
okay
don't
with
have
that too.
we still don't have any wingers, so you might as well, unless there was one. Start Delap at the top.
Pedro on the wing.
Yeah, on the left wing.
Just play
across.
Play a 4-4-2 and play Delap and Pedro up top again with each other. Let them play off each other.
We haven't done that yet.
Yeah, because
Pedro's played winger. Pedro's played winger in like the last 10 minutes of games before with Delap.
No one's brave enough to play 4-4-2 anymore.
Well, yeah, you got to show.
I think City are going to absolutely slap Chelsea on this weekend. I think it's going to be like 3-0.
I think it's going to be a close game.
I agree with that.
I don't know. Like I think
I love being in this seat. Like I love the underdog. Every time we're an underdog in a final, we win it.
I mean, you guys, Chelsea have a tremendous track record in finals, generally speaking. So whether you're the underdogs or you're the favorites, Chelsea have tremendous records in finals. But
they're playing City, who also
yeah. No, I hear your City are very good and they're playing exceptionally well right now as well. But Chelsea have been resolute is, I think, a good adjective to describe Chelsea over the last 2 weeks. Because clearly they weren't resolute under Rafinha, but I think that they've shown a little bit. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like it's going to be a close game.
They've scored 1 goal in 7 games in the Premier League.
I don't think it's going to be a high scoring affair. I think that Chelsea will be. I don't think City will score a lot. Is I guess the point I'm trying to make.
Thank you for bringing the logic.
I think City will score plenty. I think City will score plenty, and I think it. I don't know. It's a fight. It's Wembley. It's City's second home, and they're gonna. I think they'll walk it.
Colwell is back,
and Fofana looked better. Fofana looked good next to him. You got to remember that Fofana looked good next to him.
Yeah, Fofana didn't look like a donkey.
He's little do we know. Brad was talking about the pregame picture where they stood next to each other in the.
Oh. You're right. How did you figure it out?
He wasn't talking about on the field. He was talking about the pregame picture where they line up.
Yeah.
Are they going to get together and respect the ball before the start of this game?
Maresca's gone, sir. We don't do that anymore.
Maresca, dang.
Disrespect the ball.
That was a Liam Rafinha.
Disrespect the ball. That was Maresca.
That was against Newcastle.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was Rafinha.
It's Rafinha.
It was against Newcastle.
It was linked
against Newcastle.
Liam.
Pretty sure it started with Maresca.
I'm pretty sure it didn't. Surrounding the ball.
Yeah.
All right, it was when they surrounded the ball and the ref got caught in the middle.
Paul Tierney, he just stood there. He did it intentionally.
And that was against Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, definitely.
Oh yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah, that was LinkedIn Liam.
That was Dooner. Sorry.
Okay, score predictions. Brad, go.
2-1 to the Chelsea.
Okay, Sean?
Are we being held to this?
No. The FA Cup picks don't matter.
What's the FA Cup?
Yeah.
Okay. FA Cup doesn't matter. Okay. 2-0 City.
Okay, Joel?
I was going to say 2 or 3. I'll go 3.
I think 1-1 Chelsea win on penalties.
Oh.
Let's go. You know what, James? I gotta redo my opinion.
Well, they don't have Kepa because he's rotting on your bench.
100% a foul on Raya. Goal disallowed.
100%.
I am on team. I am on team Raya.
That was the best comment about that. So that was good. All right, let's look at the Premier League. We've got what is this? We've got all 10 games because City and Chelsea, their games have been moved to Tuesday. So the weekend is a bit strange. We have Friday evening Aston Villa Liverpool, which 6 months ago we would have looked at this game and be like, "Ooh, this is going to be great." And now Unai Emery has essentially stopped caring. Liverpool look like they've stopped caring, but that's on Friday. Then nothing on Saturday. We've got 6 games on Sunday, and then Monday is Arsenal Burnley, and then Tuesday is going to be Bournemouth City, Chelsea Spurs. Now I guess there's an interesting situation this weekend where if Arsenal beat Burnley on, let me do the math real quick. They're going to be at 77. Arsenal will be at 82. Yeah, if City don't win, against Bournemouth, then Arsenal.
Palace.
No. I'm already giving City. They beat Palace on Wednesday, Joel. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. So City are on 77 points right now. Arsenal beat Burnley. They're on 82. If City don't win against Bournemouth, Arsenal are champions.
Yep, which is why Chelsea's going to win the FA Cup final.
You think that City are going to ship the FA Cup final so that they can beat Bournemouth on Tuesday?
Yeah. You got to rest some people.
It's interesting because Bournemouth have a legitimate shot to finish in the top 5. I don't know if you guys have seen this, especially with Aston Villa and Liverpool playing. So Aston Villa and Liverpool are both playing against each other, both on 59 points. One of them wins, the other one's still on 59 points. Bournemouth wins, they're on 58 points. They're 1 point behind Aston Villa or Liverpool. Let's assume Liverpool beat Aston Villa. Then Aston Villa have City on the last day of the last game of the weekend, right? In round 38, right? Like there's a world where Villa could drop out of this, right?
Yes, which does that hurt Bournemouth? Do we lose the 5th spot because of that?
No, 5th spot is guaranteed because of our coefficient.
Okay.
But if Liverpool Villa's a draw, that's kind of the end for Bournemouth.
Wait, your point, Brad, is do we lose the 5th spot if Aston Villa win the Europa League outside of the top 5? I don't know.
Correct. Because
I think the Premier League still will have
kind of want to lose.
No, Joel. Looking at that mathematically, what you just said, it's not the end of Bournemouth because if they draw, they'll go to 60. If Bournemouth beat City, they'll be on 58. So it is possible that Villa draws the final day. They're both on the same goal differential. They would go positive by beating City. So it is possible. They're not done, but there's a lot of math that needs to happen. But
Bournemouth will be cheering on someone to win it, though. A draw is not the best result for them.
Yeah.
Well, then they want Liverpool to win because they have a chance if there's a goal differential. Yeah. If there's a goal differential situation, they want Villa to be the one they're chasing down. So
yeah, that's interesting. So that game is actually going to be really intriguing. And so I guess actually this Aston Villa Liverpool match becomes more intriguing the more I think about it because of that situation.
Yeah.
Because if we want Villa to finish 5th, because then 6th gets Champions League. And we lose Conference League.
For Bournemouth.
Yeah, I think Bournemouth or Brighton both want Villa to finish 5th.
And
they want to finish behind.
And win the Europa League.
Correct.
Which everyone's kind of assuming Villa will do.
Correct.
But it's a final. Anything can happen. But it's a final with Unai Emery in the Europa League, so they'll probably win it unless he's coaching Arsenal.
It's not against Chelsea.
It's not that I'm confused. I just it's the listeners at home. I just want to make sure they're caught up with everything. So if Villa win Europa, they get an automatic qualification,
Correct.
which would make sixth a Champions League spot. Is that
correct? Correct.
Okay, just making sure that the listeners at home.
Yeah,
exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. Chuck, you already knew that.
This is the same way. Well, no. Okay, let's think of it this way. Tottenham finished 17th last year, and they won the Europa League, and it was still the top 5 that got Champions League, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So I think even if Villa drop out and they finish 6th and Bournemouth finish 5th, we won't lose the 5th spot.
Yeah.
Because the Europa League winner...
You're going to lose the 5th.
Yeah. The Europa League winner qualifies...
You gain another spot if Villa finish 5th.
Well, the 5th spot essentially just drops to 6th because you need to have that 5th.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. So, are we rooting for Liverpool then? I don't know. I don't know what the permutations that we care about.
I couldn't care less.
Well, I would prefer chaos. So chaos would be if they draw and Bournemouth win. So then that makes the Aston Villa, Bournemouth, whoever they play on the final weekend, that makes that really spicy. So I
really like the way you think, Sean, with the Bournemouth victory. I like the way you think.
Yeah, Bournemouth victory. Yeah.
You know, I'll back Liverpool because I want Villa to fail because they are the fun suckers of this season now. They've ruined everyone's fun.
Yes. Let's have them.
I just want Villa to fail.
Let's have them lose Europa League and finish 6th. I'm on board for this. Let's go.
That would be ideal because they're the ones that have ruined everyone's fun this season by throwing the game against Tottenham.
That is true. That is a fair point.
Yes. But Chelsea technically has a chance to finish 6th, so I kind of want Villa to finish 5th and win Europa.
Brad,
so we can.
I'm not sure that's mathematically possible. We'd have to crunch the numbers.
49 plus 6 is.
Yes, okay, but Brad, there's other games there's other teams in between there, right?
Right, but it's so mathematically possible if both Brighton and Brentford and if the 3 Bs lose their games.
They're playing against each other.
Get Champions League.
Yeah, they're not playing against each other, so it's probably possible.
Boom.
It's probably possible.
Boom.
You just need.
But we'll see after this weekend.
Yeah. We will see. Newcastle, West Ham, Chelsea, Spurs. This is the relegation situation. These 2 games is that we've got Newcastle, West Ham, and I think we need to look at it more holistically because West Ham have Newcastle and then Leeds. Spurs have Chelsea and then Everton, if I'm not mistaken.
But we do have the worst home record in the entire Premier League.
Yes.
So
yes,
that's not an advantage.
Yeah. Your away record might only be worse by I think only Burnley and Wolves have a worse away record than you.
We've only got something like 11 points at home, so we've got to get our points somewhere, which is atrocious. We have 38 points, and I think now 12 because the last game was at home.
Yeah,
we have 12 points at home through
36 games.
17
games at home.
17 games at home. We have 12 points. That is,
I guess it's 18 games, right?
Sean, what do you think?
18 games at this point.
Sean, what do you think will happen?
We think will happen?
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's been a renewed team since De Zerbi has gotten a hold of a full week or two to get in. I don't know if he's motivating and just like if he's installing tactics or if he's just motivating. I don't know which tactic he went with because when you've only got a couple of weeks, can you really install a full plan? I don't know how that works.
No.
I think you can do like work ethic type things. You can say we're going to be high intensity, high press, but you're not like these are the interplays we want to play and like this is where I want you to come into this spot here when this situation. Like, that's not the stuff that's happening. But it's like we're going to be high intensity pressing. That's what you can instill.
Because that's what I've seen is the the De Zerbi Brighton that was good was we have been pressuring everything. We made Leeds make a lot of mistakes. We made Villa make a lot of mistakes just by pressuring them in the back half. So I truly believe is Jorgensen going to play again?
Yes.
Yeah, because Sanchez is done. Yeah,
Sanchez is hurt. Yeah, I don't know how long he's hurt, but I think he's hurt for this.
We can force him into a mistake or two. So I truly believe we're going to win about 2-1.
Oh, you think you come into the bridge?
I think
Chelsea
you guys
lock it in.
Tottenham.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're coming into the bridge and we're rocking away.
Spicy.
We only score points away, so why would I assume we rocked up to Anfield and got a point? So why can't we do it? Why can't we get 3 at Stamford?
This is Chelsea, sir.
Yeah, what's funny is I also think Tottenham are going to beat Chelsea. And I think that all of these things that we're talking about, all the fun that we're trying to have, talking about the ways that Tottenham get relegated, is I think that Tottenham's going to beat Chelsea and Newcastle's going to beat West Ham, and it's going to be boring on the last day of the season.
I don't think Tottenham get relegated. I think Tottenham lose the game.
If we lose the game and West Ham win, then it is bleak for Tottenham.
Yes.
I don't think West Ham are going to really win
because their final game, I believe West Ham's final game is Leeds, correct?
Come to Leeds,
yeah. So it's Leeds have been on a crazy run of form. They're actually one of just them and City and Bournemouth are the only ones who have not lost in their last 5.
And Forest.
And did I miss Forest?
Yeah.
I don't think Newcastle will throw the game against West Ham like Villa did beat Spurs.
Villa did not throw the game. They got punched in the mouth. We beat them fair and square.
If you watch that game, then you watch Villa v Forest in the Europa League second leg. It is 2 completely different styles of play and intensity. And Villa did not care an ounce when they played Tottenham. There was no intensity. They didn't care. And when they played Forest at home, they were intense, throwing themselves around. Like Sean, maybe they didn't throw the game and deliberately lose, but they did not try their best at all.
To be fair, I couldn't watch it because I was landing in the Dominican Republic and they don't have USA. They have TNT, they've got NBC, they got ESPN, they got a whole bunch of channels. They did not have that one.
Whether they threw the game or not, it's irrelevant. Spurs won. But it was a very completely different Villa team to the Europa League. And I think that's exactly what Emery wanted. He wanted to save his players and make sure no one got injured, make sure everyone was fully fit for Forest in the Europa League semi-final. And I think because he was saving them, they weren't 100% against Spurs. And I think that allowed Spurs to win. I think if Villa were fully firing, they would have walked all over Spurs. My opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I think you're right. But this is what Emery does. This is MO when it comes to specifically the Europa League, but just like cup finals in general, is that he just gives up on the league so that he can focus on the cup final. I mean, and Ange did it last year too, and like we don't decry Ange for doing it last year because they won. The reason why we decry Unai Emery for doing it.
We were pretty mathematically locked into 17. 18, 19, 20 were so bad.
So bad. It didn't matter.
It was just like astronomically impossible. It was not mathematically impossible, but it was realistically not possible for us to go down.
Yes.
So and just was like, "Yep, full send on the Europa."
Our issue is that we were all kind of hoping for Tottenham to get relegated, and that one would have gone a long way to helping us realize our dreams.
Well, and I think this will be the first game of the season, Chelsea's Tottenham, that will have our best back 4 playing. Because Reece will probably do 45 at the FA Cup, and then you'll have the 90 against Tottenham.
You don't think he'll play 90 in the FA Cup?
He only played 30 in this last game, so they'll only let him play like the second half.
Has he been injured again?
Runs it. Yeah, he pulled his hammy again.
When?
Don't worry. Before the international break.
That.
But
he was hurt.
Brad, how old's Reece James? 25?
26? Like that?
Somewhere in there.
Or so. In 60 years, 70 years, when Reece James passes away, I want him to live a full life. Like, have a full life. They need to take his hamstring and dedicate it to science. To just study this man's muscle, his hamstring muscle.
But it'll be Reece, Fofana, Colwell, Cucurella.
But actually, by the time he's 86 years old, he might not have a hamstring. It might be just bone and skin back there. There might not be there's no hamstring. It's just loose skin. Like, just no muscle back there.
Loose skin.
Besides,
it's just nothing. It's just nothing back there.
What are we talking about?
Because it is an anomaly how much he pulls this hamstring. It needs to be studied by science.
Do I need to go up and get a doctor to come down here and finish this podcast in my seat?
Actually,
no.
Yes.
I'll go wake her up.
Besides, don't do that. That's a risk. That is a risk.
Could you imagine?
Goalie and left wing, this will probably be our best starting 11.
Assuming no one gets injured in the FA Cup.
Sure, and there's a chance Neto is healthy enough to play left wing.
It's kind of interesting to me that you think that McKenna is going to save Reece James for the league game and not go all in on the cup.
I'm not saying Caleb is going to do that. I'm going to say our medical department is going to say, hey, he has 45 minutes. He can start or he can play the second half.
Well, it seems strange to me that they would say he can play 45 minutes against City and then 3 days later he could play 90 minutes against Tottenham.
That would be how they've been building everybody back. I mean, 3 days is short notice, but that's been the pattern. That's been the pattern of play.
I think he's going to.
That's how they did Colwell.
I think he's going to play 90 minutes in the FA Cup final or 65 or 70 minutes in the FA Cup final and then play nothing against Tottenham.
But yeah.
I think that's more likely.
I don't know. With our medical department, I doubt it.
Well, no wonder he won't have a hamstring when he's 85. Because of your medical department letting him play 45 minutes against on Saturday and then 90 minutes on Tuesday.
It might be 245s. It might be 245s.
Not as bad as Spurs medical department having Xavi Simons try and walk off a
jump
ACL. Whatever it was.
Torn ACL, yeah. Go run it off. You can play.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on these lot.
This has been actually interestingly, we bring this up. This has been something that Arsenal have been really that we've seen come out in the media talking about Arsenal is that like anytime any of their players like say that they feel something on the pitch, they just sub them off. And like it speaks to our depth and our ability to do that. But it's like, oh, you feel something doesn't feel right, just come off. And like we've had our fair share of injuries this year. Like we've had more than most. But at the same time, it's like, oh, you feel something, just come off. And so I think that.
Surprised Gabriel's not been subbed off more. The amount of times he's gone down.
You're trying to trigger me, Joel. You're trying to get me. I am stronger than you know. Arsenal are gonna beat Burnley on Monday. It's gonna be glorious. We're gonna score 4 goals. Victor Gyökeres is actually going to score 6 goals. Victor Gyökeres is going to score 6 goals, and he's going to start his climb, his attack on the Golden Boot. We've already wrapped up David Raya Golden Glove. Victor Gyökeres is going to score a bunch of goals in these last 2 games, and he's going to win the Golden Boot like I predicted at the beginning of the season. That's what's going to happen there.
You actually really need to batter Burnley because in the event that City win,
no, we don't.
That puts it up to 77.
Goal difference only matters if we draw one of our last games.
They just have to win.
If we win both our games,
they've got to be only at home and then Palace away, but Palace that's the game.
That's what I'm saying. If you draw another game and they win all 3,
sure,
then goal difference will matter. So you actually could use to just batter Burnley. It actually is useful because you are 2 up right now. If you put 6 past them,
If we score 6 against Burnley,
Sean.
we're absolutely Selhurst Park is going to be a sea of red and white shirts on the 24th.
They're playing Burnley, already relegated Burnley at home, and then they've got Palace, and Palace again have already they're going to throw that game. It is beneficial for Palace to lose that game
because
Glasner is doing an Unai.
Well, he's already said what is the final is 3 days later. It's on Wednesday.
I do not care. Yeah, I do not care.
Yeah, Palace are going to throw it, and they get money for losing that game because Arsenal win the league.
You know what would be great?
It's like 30 mil or something like that, isn't it?
Wait, why would they get money
from Eze?
There's a clause in Eze's contract apparently when they sold him.
It's not that much. There's no way that there's a 30 million.
No, it was a troll post because it copied and pasted like the Real Madrid Chelsea contract for Eden Hazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably like 10 mil or 5 mil, something like that.
It's probably less than 5 mil. Anyway, but it would be very funny if Arsenal walk into the title on Tuesday with City failing to beat. If City lose to Bournemouth, and then Arsenal are champions going into Selhurst Park, it's just going to be U18s against U18s. Because Arsenal we've got a Champions League final coming up in a week. We're gonna let our players rest. It's just Christian Norgard is finally gonna start in the Premier League for Arsenal, and Kepa's gonna get a start. It's gonna be nasty. It will be a nasty game.
I hope it goes to the last game of the season, but
I think it's going to. I think it's going to. But at the same time, if it does go, it won't matter.
From a neutral, I wish that Arsenal weren't playing Palace because Palace have nothing, no incentive to try and win that game or put a strong team out. So I wish they were playing someone with something to fight for, just from a neutral to make it an exciting last game of the season. I just think Palace will walk over.
Yeah. I saw.
Stranger things have happened.
We don't. Yeah. Yes. It could happen. There's a world where Arsenal find a way to lose this. And it wouldn't shock me, but it would break me. It would absolutely break me. Yeah. Okay, that's where we're gonna end it. We'll be back. We'll be back next week, and maybe. We record on Tuesdays, don't we? So
yeah,
there's a possibility that I have a bottle of champagne and I'm spraying it all over my office next Tuesday. Do you think I could get? Yes. Do you think I could get that expensed by the CFO?
No.
Yes, you absolutely can.
Here's the way we do this.
No.
She has to make a comment on this video and say that she doesn't approve of the spending. And if she doesn't comment, then that means that it's approval. Do you agree?
Does she have a YouTube account?
Of course, she has a Google account. She has an Android phone, so she's got a YouTube account. She knows how to YouTube. She's a good millennial.
Is she subbed to the pod?
She freaking better be.
Number 120.
Yeah, 121. We're at 120 right now.
CFO.
No, I'm pretty sure I made her subscribe before we were a public channel. Okay, but yeah, we agree. If she doesn't post a comment saying that we can't expense champagne next week, then we're gonna have champagne next week, assuming Arsenal win.
Sure. And then the week after, Sean and I are the hosts by ourselves.
Am I getting fired?
Because you would have been murdered.
Oh, okay.
No, you'd be murdered. You'd be murdered by the CFO would murder you.
Got it. All right.
Well, maybe we'll both be celebrating. We'll probably both be celebrating.
Hold on. We need to do picks. I almost didn't do picks. Sean, you had a great week last week. You had a strong week. Get 7 out of 13. You're the big winner last week, Sean. 7 out of 13. Joel, you didn't do so hot. You had 4 out of 13. So, but interestingly enough, Joel, you have the highest pick percentage. Your pick percentage is highest.
I've been telling you guys. That's what it's all about. That's the real table right there. Yeah. Sorted by that win percentage. That's what anyone cares about.
Yeah, you are 1/10 of a percentage point better than me.
Had you hit on 1 week? Had you the 1 week that you missed? I think it was like week 12. You would be
week 5, I think.
Week 11.
Week 11.
Had you hit on week 11, you would have been top of the table.
Yeah, probably.
Oh no, I I'm top of the table by percentage, and that's all that matters.
This is a baseball. He's sorting by win percentage.
That's it.
I thought after the beginning of the week that Jimmy would take the lead because he got the Liverpool result right, but he had a stinker as well this week. And so I am still in the lead. I actually am in sole possession of the lead. I'm at 163. Jimmy's at 162. Joel is at 159. Sean is at 158. Brad is at 157. This is actually like the closest I think we've all ever been. Because normally I'm lagging like 20 points behind. Like if we're being honest and we look back at the previous seasons, I'm usually 20 or 25 points behind. So 20 games for me to screw it up. I guess if I get nothing right over the next, it's possible. So, but if you're interested, join our Discord. You can make some picks over the last 2 weeks, kind of get the feel for it, and then you can start submitting your picks next season. Assuming there is Red Card Radio next season, and Sean and I haven't killed each other. You never know. Hit us up on social media. Brad is at KSBradG. Sean is at Whiteheart_Sean. I am at James Tiffany. Joel Finley 16 is Joel on X, or he's in our Discord. Same handle, and you can get him there. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy the football. This is a good weekend for football. Got lots going on. Lots of good games. FA Cup final. Like this is a great weekend for football. So
penultimate final.
Yeah. Penultimate weekend. There you go.
Weekend to the season. Yes.
I guess the FA Cup final could be the penultimate final because the Champions League final is the real final. Is what you're trying to say?
Yep. How'd you know?
All right. We'll be back next week. Have a good one.